Hello everyone, once again welcome to this online spoken English class. In this video, I would like to introduce new lesson today. It's on the vocabulary, which is again very important as far as for this spoken English is concerned or any languages is concerned. And to start with, let me have you a definition or the meaning of vocabulary. So it is all about the words in a language. The language that you speak without the words you cannot make called as a language. So it is basically the set of words that form a sentence that make it as a language. So now let us have the benefits of developing your vocabulary. So I have few here. It improves the reading comprehension. So think that you are reading a particular story or the article, and there are certain words that you are not able to understand. So that will be a stumbling block for you to comprehend, to understand. So it is necessary that you know the meaning of the words. So that will help you to understand thoroughly of what you are reading. Communicating ideas appropriately. So it is a great advantage that if you know well the vocabularies, you can convey any message or any idea in a proper way or in appropriate way. Expressing yourself in writing or speaking in more creative way. So obviously it is if you know more words or enough vocabularies, this will really help you to even improve your thinking, improve of your creative way of speaking or writing. So it's very important that you know enough vocabularies. Okay, if you want to speak comfortably, confidently, and also in a creative way. And the larger your vocabulary, the easier and comfortable in speaking and writing. So it is clear. Now let us see here the most important part: how to build vocabulary. So one of the most effective technique way of building your vocabulary here, get more inputs. What I mean is the first step you need to improve is from reading or listening. So when you read, definitely you will come across the new words. You can why don't you note down? When you're listening in new words, why don't you just record it or write down and make use of all this for to have registered prominent in your mind. Explore the words in an online dictionary. Today now any words you can Google it and find out. So when you see in a Google or dictionary, you will find the words meaning as well as the pronunciations and the sentence forms, and from the variety collections of dictionaries you can, let us say Oxford or from Cambridge or like that. You can find even the meaning in not ample meanings or sentence forms from the various collections of dictionaries. So in everything there you can have practice or you can learn to do of all this. And the third one, use them whatever you note down the meaning. So use them and also have a space repetitions for permanent sake. What I mean is whatever you have noted down to new words or maybe from listening also you just have a practice in the sense keep practicing it, have a practice. You have read it yesterday, you have noted down the new words yesterday. Why don't you just have a look today also and keep practicing, make use of it every day, so that will help you to register in your mind permanently. For example, someone is introduced and to you, and since that was the first time, although introductions might have gone well, might have just done well, but still you may not be that familiar with that new persons. So but if you just keep seeing him and get to know him better on a daily basis, maybe several times, let us say, surely you will come to know him much better and you will never forget. So the way you even learn the vocabulary, build the vocabulary also is something like that. That have a spaced repetitions or have a space, okay? Or have a repetitions of all this learning. form sentences and speak them out during. Okay, this is where the new word that you learn, don't just learn it with silent. In a sense, don't just keep in mind like that. You have to speak out loud in order to get the correct pronunciation and also be familiar with that. So any words, if you're not sure about the pronunciations about that particular word, read out loud, learn for you, just Google it. From that you will find the meaning and also the pronunciation of that word. So it all depends on your patience and on your sincerity and on your effort. Now we have few examples. Let us say forming sentences. Abysmal is the word, and definition for this or the meaning for this is extremely bad or very poor quality. So, word in sentence: I found an abysmal grade on my test paper. Jimmy cannot go to the party because of his abysmal behavior. Coffee is clear enough. I have one more attack, which means adjust. Okay, so any environment, a new environment, when you say to adjust, so in other words, it is called adjust. So that is the meaning for that. So and here in context is another way of developing your vocabulary. For example, food. So when I say food, yeah, it is a mix of synonyms at the same time, but more on the context. So what comes to your mind when you say food? Okay, food. There's a breakfast, lunch, dinner, as well as even the kitchen also comes to your mind. Even the strainer, utensil, or water, format food. So these all come. So it is important that you know enough of all these words of that particular context. So when you talk about that particular context about the food, you can talk, you can speak about that, explain about that comfortably. Same way for health, what comes to your mind? Doctor, hospital, nurse, right? And also frailty or recuperate, which means cure, recover, pass away. All these come to your mind. So this is the context about health. So if you know enough words of that, this really helps you to speak comfortable and confident and with confidence. Now I have one more here. It is again describe what you see around. It's all about the practicing actually. But see, you see around something. Why don't you just speak about what you see on the right side or on the left side? Here I have one example. Here describe someone's action. Let us see here. He is skimming Facebook on his phone. Okay, he is done with it. Now he is taking out his earphones. He has plugged them into his phone. And he is watching a video. He is watching and watching. There is something funny there in that video, which makes him giggle. Simultaneously, he is adjusting the backstand across his shoulder. This way, you can practice actually for just something kind of action, anything that you see. So if you keep practicing this way in a paragraph or even in a longer way, actually this is sort of initial stage, and this will really help you to improve your speaking, and also vocabulary is what improve there, even the thinking skill also improve. So now let's try. Okay, here I have one here. Garden, which means green plants or grass on the roadside. So this is like you are going to explain about this word. The garden means green grass or green plants or grass. So make sure that you know the word meaning clearly. Okay. Sometimes the one word may have two meanings, two different meanings. Know it, what you know it clearly, so that you'll be able to use it and able to use it correctly. And also at the same time, you need to see through even either this word is a verb or adjective. For now, with that you must form the sentence or speak. Otherwise, you may misuse it. Right? So there is a burden, which means green plants or grass so on the roadside. So when I was walking yesterday on the roadside, I saw a beautiful green plants or grass on that side, and I was there for a while with my friends and enjoyed together. But it was so exciting to see such a beautiful verdant on the roadside. Something like that you can make. I have pull over, which means the vehicle stopping at the roadside. So stopping by the roadside, instead of that you can say pull over. Why don't you just pull over your car or the vehicle here, because I need to have a shopping or I need to purchase something here. And then we continue our journey, something like that. Where pull away, it means the speeding away from other vehicles. So you are in an urgent that you have to pull away from, the vehicle who is just besides you, something like that. So an altercation, which means arguing in public or wherever. So when you see that, so how when you see people arguing, how do you make a sentence? So how you can just create the story of that? Like, oh, I was in the market and yeah, it was so crowded, but after there I saw a shopkeeper and a customer having a big altercations. They were about to raise the hand each other, but by the time the police came and stopped them, something like that. You can just keep practicing it. Surely, I guarantee you can see the different or your improvement within the days, like that, within a days. So this is just a brief summary of what we have done. Get more inputs from reading, listening, improve your vocabulary, and explore the words. Any new words, find out from the Google. Okay, and as I already mentioned, that you can find the meaning, not just the meaning alone with the sentence, as well as the correct pronunciations you can get there. And spaced repeating, you have to keep repeating it. That's very important. Otherwise, it will not exist in your mind permanently. It may just go off like that. And then speak them out to get familiar. So you have to, whatever the new words, and if you're not sure of how to pronounce it. So you read out loud. That's what it means. So that will help you to get correct pronunciations and also familiar with that. And form sentences. That is another important thing. Know the word meaning clearly and learn to form the sentence of that, and keep practicing that. So in context is where you must try it and describe the part you see around. So this all, actually, if you follow these steps at least, this will really help you to improve your vocabulary. If you keep practicing, you can see within a week how much you improve on your vocabulary. And it includes everything there, not just of the vocabulary. It includes of able to speak in sentence, and also speak the situations or in a broader way, or describe in a long and describe in a way that you can just speak a lot comfortably. So thank you. Hope you have learned something from this.